Здорово, здорово. Сейчас, секунду. А вот и запоздалое приветствие подписчиков канала Great Games World. И это я, Дмитрий ГГ. Ой-ой-ой. Get the light here. Поговорите, Лойс, так. И давно ты руководишь купольным городом. Продолжаем вливаться в ряды клерков. Волос 7 лет, я просто мне никогда не было.
Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting the Albs. By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me
Есть еще
to.
более приятная должность, которую мне могли бы назначить. А что если кто-то пожелает сменить тебя на другую?
Some have tried,
Пытался кое-кто,
yet I am
но
still
я все
here.
еще тут.
This city was
Это город
created by the
основан
great
Великим
council of
Советом
Magalan.
Магалана.
They made the
Клерки
clerics
были
custodians of this place
назначены
and their
хранителями
legacy.
этого места и
The
наследия
great
этого
council may be
союза.
long
И
gone,
пусть Великого
but what they
Совета давно
stood
нет,
for,
но те
a
люди
unity of
стояли за
purpose, a future for all of
объединение сил,
Magalan
цели,
together.
неприятный
That is something we still
сообща.
believe in here.
Мы в это
So,
верим и, короче,
it is our
надеемся,
job
поэтому
to
наша
remain
задача
neutral.
сохранять
It
нейтралитет.
is our job to serve all,
всем людям,
no matter
откуда
their
бы они ни
background,
пришли.
however hard our
Как бы
residents
сильно
make it for us.
не усложняли нам эту задачу. Красивый ответ, ты шо? Вот это молодец. Ситадин мира всего просто. Цвета больше нет, какая разница? Цвета больше нет, какая разница, что они говорили.
You don't think that was a better time? Laws for prisoner exchange that assured borders, set rules for trade. Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes
Все, кто внедряются в ряды клерков, должны следовать, потому что это единство, это то, за что они себя называют клерками. За то, что они, типа, поклоняются, не поклоняются, а следуют какому-то завету. То есть, да. Как дела в купольном городе? Напряжено, когда вокруг всегда отражается.
Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics attack the berserkers. And there's always the fear of an Alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed, anger, and fear.
Там снаружи идет война, а тут у тебя голову осколки прямо из рук вытащить. А то осколки прямо из рук вытащить, если не будешь осторожен. Мир сошел с ума, ну да. Почему все пошло наперекосяк? Потому что...
Maybe it would help you if I tell you how things are. The berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the pilgrim went into his retreat. The outlaws are more organized now that the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us to escape the powers in Zig. All told, very dark signs that we face another global catastrophe. And here we are, in the middle.
Is there some?
If you want to help, there is something that has to... You must have noticed that the mood is very heated here. One more issue, one wobble, and everything we've held together here will fall to pieces. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting weapons delivery. The last thing that this city needs is... And who knows who the outlaws will sell them to. I want you to intercept this delivery and bring...
About the out.
You've
been using informers to try.
Of course. Information is key to keeping the peace, and missing things leads to nasty surprises. And I'd rather be the one dealing those out than receiving them, particularly when it comes to outlaws. Are you going to show me that you are it?
I'll take care of that.
Good. Very well then. Get her talking and hope that she brings you in on her plan. Take these shards. You may need them to buy yourself some trust.
Contact. Is there something I should know about her?
Apart from the fact that she's one of the Alps, as soon as you get those weapons or any information, just make sure you...
Are you having...
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse, and to cap it, I believe an organized group has started operating here. Not the usual outlaws. This group, from the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society than your regular set of theft mongers. I've offered a large bounty for any information that leads to their capture, and capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you can find out more about their secret society, will you just leave? That's it. Get the hell out of here.
Yes, boss. Стражник. Можно туда? Сюда можно?
I advise you to step carefully.
I want the ramp place where I can the ramp little bit. Так, что мы узнали? Какое-то тайная группировка. Торговля. Счета. Сомнительная сделка. Ну, ладно, да. То есть нам не дали задание насчет этого. Ребята, блять. Я тут понял. Ну, я что-то не понимаю. И, короче, база клириков вот здесь вот. Вот здесь. Это просто потрясающе. Здесь изгои. Здесь эти самые берсерки, но клирики здесь. Да, сейчас я сделаю пару кустов здесь.
What do we have here? Fresh meat. How did you get the guard to let you into the... I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So, when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a...
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in and getting hold of supplies is hard out. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the...
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly directly from Tavar. And that's the main problem. Seeing as the clerics have got picky about who comes in and goes out of here. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
About your
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right, and that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from the Separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards, and that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave the city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
Я бы сказал, что ты играешь с огнем.
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine.
I could help you get your weapon.
Good. Right. So, leave the city and find a separatist called RADUYT. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make but he has the weapons and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned... With luck, he'll still be out there.
Итак. Далеко? Недалеко. Да, мне даже 10 метров до этого. Что это зеленый? Это сундук обчищенный. Охренеть. Это не то. А что там? Ух ты ж, это жаба. Кровола. Не, мне надо пушки, блин, нормальные достать. Ну, левел я уже апнул, в принципе. Чисто подошел. Кольцо же жесткость. Здоровье, выносливость. Плюс 10. Сейчас плюс 20. Доклад рейдера.
You once possessed great ELEX abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zekor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from ELEX, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zekor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed, or are you here to trade?
What can you offer me?
The weapons of my enemies, never used. Dropped once, well cleaned. You won't find a drop of their blood on them. I have traveled alone since I left Zekor, and I wish to remain so. Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the free people. Not that either of those things help.
Простите. Расскажи мне об этих клириках.
They are fanatics.
Фанатики.
They attacked me. I was left with no choice but to kill them. It's good you aren't one of them. The dangers that we separatists face are increasing every day, and the followers of Kalan offer us nothing but threats. But I have business to conclude before we speak. It seems there are two followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to see their god in person. Quickly, decide.
This is none of my business.
You disappoint. For if you don't stand with me, that must mean.
Ох ты ж, сука. Ах ты ж тварь, если ты не за меня, значит ты против меня. Ёп, пересете. Да. В общем, ты же можешь мне предложить. Брат, я скажу, что мне прислала Пейдж. Пейдж, знали я Пейдж? Имена свободных людей всплывают в одно. Но ты должен быть между женщиной с купольного, но прежде чем ты говоришь, мне кое-что закончить. Сука, может на меня рассчитывать. Нет, стоп. А если я убью его и заберу у него оружие? Ну ладно, я бывший Альб. Да, я понимаю. Что ты мне можешь предложить? Сейчас посмотрим. А погоди. Сохранимся. Именно так, сохраним. Вот 8-я. Ну, если я, типа, против него. Если это меня не касается. Так как ты ж достал? Ну я хотел его убить. Нет, я его убью все-таки. Ну ладно, похер, типа.
That dog really believed he could get away from us. Separatists or Альбов, they're all impure. And he paid the price. We're leaving this position as soon as the troop commences. If you need something from him, you should speak.
Now the Альбов clan's will has been capped. Here, a symbol of his mercy. Now it is time to take the... May Clan guide your path in safety until the Alps are defeated.
Да, я с него забрал ящик с оружием. Что я с него собрал? Да ни хера я с него не взял. Ни оружия, ничего не дам. Пистолет клевый был. Ни хрена я не взял. Бред какой-то. 43, 8, почти 9 уровень. Итак, как только ящик с оружием оказался в моих руках, мы идем. Пацаны. Нет, я буду помогать фанатикам, мне похер. Пусть в вашей войне... Пусть они и фанатики, но не...
Hey, have you got a few sharp? Help me out, and I'll tell you about...
Про город. Держи. Спасибо, я не забуду этого.
Since you have helped me, I'll make sure my contacts hear about it. You help come back in a few days, yeah. I'll have to...
Tell me about...
Right, well, where to start? First off, a lot of people. This place always has something going on, but right now, there's really something brewing. That means the western section's safer. You're okay there as long as you don't break the law, or look funny, or say something the clerics don't. The southern part, well, that is really quiet. Nothing really happens there, but wherever you are, Alois, he runs this place and he hates thieves. And he thinks he's God's messenger or something, and that means he's got one big old stick up his ass. If he...
Короче, ребята, я вам скажу, вот знаешь, что я тебе скажу? Бомжара. Бомжара, ёпта. Вот видишь вот этот купольный город, вот прям возле сердца этих дебилоидов, этих, как же, клирки, не клирки, нет, этих альбов. Они построили вот эту херню и защищают вас всех от альбов. То есть смысл воевать против них, чтобы, ну, вот сейчас вы типа перебьете всех клирков, да, заберете себе ихний город. Ну, бля, ну это прям это мародерство, это злодейство. Нет, я против этой херни. Привет, подруга, да, я тебя просто кину. Бля, сколько времени, что не все спят? Как узнать время? Ой, верстак. Ух ты. Нифига. А что он делает? Ха, 64, 55 того, 55 того. Кстати, адъютор дукс 3. Клирк. Сварить самогон, химия 1, самогон, сырой Элекс. Карманный вор, броня. А это можно создать. Насчет оружия, которое были доставить из боя. Тебе нужно.
I hope that the goods are all here.
Look for yourself.
Good. I wanted the whole shipment intact. Here. Ah, yes, the weapons dealer. How's he doing?
Dealer is dead.
Good. Kalan's judgment is ever present. You have my thanks, and I'm sure Kalan's as well. Will you just leave? That's it. Get the hell out of here.
И чё? Всё? Ладно, сейчас подумаем, с чего бы продолжить. Лазил и нашел вот сундучки.
Too easy.
Ручная граната, эликсит. Итак, что же мы за меч подняли? Хух. Тип урона энергия, тип урона магия. Этот меч крайне мощный и разрушительный. Он обратил к свету сотни грешных душ. Согласно легенде, его владелец может услышать по ночам жалобные вопли жертв. Охренеть. Но мне пока не хватит, чтобы поднять ловкость. $20. Так, мне интересно, влияет ли сила на лук? Ладно, потом продолжим дальше искать. Нашел наконец-то человека. Выключись. Копье, бесполезная птичка. На продажу, все на продажу.
Just a moment, I have to concentrate. 43 degrees eastwards at a distance of 5 maybe I could adjust the receiver's sensitivity to... No. Although,
should I come back later?
No. No, I've already lost my train of thought. I suppose I will have to just get used to continuous interruptions here. But crap. I don't suppose you can remember what I said. How many degrees?
43.
43 degrees eastwards.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Thank you for...
Спасибо, что напомнил. Я так понимаю, ты отвечаешь за средства связи.
You aren't just a good listener, you're good at observation. Yes, though the condition of this equipment is wretched, it would be easier to stay in contact with 2 tin cans and a piece of... I can't keep track of how often we have power outages or equipment failures these days, but I have really given you enough of my time now. I do have to work out a solution to this. If you feel the need to talk to someone, go and try Vito. Innkeepers are known for their chatter. Look around out for the rat hole of a dive set. There are 2 things Vito lived: alcohol and conversation. Well, that and the sharks to pay for them. I digress. Go now, seek him out and leave me to my thinking.
Интересно, а что будет, если сейчас поговорить с этой тёлкой? К сожалению, нету дома. Ну да. Дома ее нет.
Cooper, outlaw. You fled here from Tower, is that you?
Yeah, what do you want?
You know what this is.
Fuck.
You're lucky you're getting a chance. You will leave the city. Be grateful you're being allowed to live. You will go to your camp and be happy to stay there.
I must leave. I will be grateful. I will be happy to stay in my camp. I'm happy.
Я всем доволен, мне нравится здесь жить, я буду соблюдать законы клирков. В городе случилось что-то плохое, я больше не хочу там жить.
But it's all right.
Я
I'm just grateful I got
я
out
рад,
of
что
there.
выбрался оттуда. Ты напрасно боролся с клириком, теперь ты забудешь все, что знал. А, ну да. Что-то бы случилось? Ничего не случилось. Ничего, все в порядке, я рад, что я здесь. Я счастлив, я доволен. Не хочу возвращаться в город никогда. Внушители. Оу, щет. Как же они работают, прикольно. А куда он ушел? А вон. Давай, иди отсюда. Да, я иду отсюда. А вон Пейдж, я видел, кстати, эту тёлку Пейдж. Где-то она здесь бродила. О, здравствуй, Пейдж. Твой товар у меня. Я передал оружие Алойзу.
Why did I think I could trust you? It's obvious you really don't.
Just get out of here.
Ладно, проваливай. Пошел вон, уходи.
Get lost.
Проваливай, придурки. Проваливайте, придурки. Идем дальше, отступник. Райли.
It is not efficient for us to talk.
1 shard, 2 shards.
Любой может достать, разве не? Набухло. Ну да.
Hey you.
Rayleigh.
That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices.
Did you flee?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need sharp. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
What are your talents?
Mechanical and engineering genius. I can make anything you need from bootlaces and glue, as long as I don't get constant interruption and stay. And those berserkers are the worst. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's help. Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who is this berserker?
Barabak. A bull of a man and twice as bone-breaking bastard.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Топорик. Ни хрена у тебя нету. Насчет Барабака. Где мне найти Барабака?
He's usually near the inn.
Обычно хочется разом с гостиницей, короче. Разобраться с ним.
Nothing is free in life.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No.
О, отступники есть.
Another time, yeah?
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems?
Здесь
This
убежище.
area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
Никто не рад. Что с тобой
What's
такое?
wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
Ты всегда такой нервный, да? Сейчас с бабой общаюсь. Кто привел тебя сюда?
This is a place away from the war.
Говорится от войны, место, где люди
A
могут
place people
собраться
could make up
вместе,
their mind.
со стороны
If the
других.
people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. Some people aren't ready for that,
Но есть те, кто
or they've been cast out.
кто
They
этому
have to
не
go
готов,
somewhere.
есть те, кто были
So
изгнаны, короче, бла-бла-бла.
You're a
Ты
berserker.
пытаешься
I don't
завоевать
answer
тебя,
to
я
a
не
dad.
починаю седом.
And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to them. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Idan is my magic. I wish it was more, but just don't make things so. Exile. There are those in Idan who want to use my magic for their own. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just... I'm becoming stronger and stronger.
If that's true,
Так
why
почему ты
don't
не
you use
используешь
your
свою
power?
силу?
I do, but
Используй.
sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of the spell, there's a chance I could kill any... The warlords wanted to test me. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it. You know, you wouldn't need to just use things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath.
Мне бы пригодился такой человек.
Use.
Я часто
There's a word I've heard too much. Or count me.
I can help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do ELEX marks people? Nana, you have its mark on me. You're different somehow.
Я когда-то принимал ELEX. Это то, что ты видишь. Или что-то еще.
I took ELEX in the
Я когда-то
past.
принимал ELEX.
Is that what you're
То, что
saying?
ты видишь,
Or
или
is there
есть
something?
что-то еще?
Took it.
Принимал?
You were fed
Тебя
it.
ее скармливали? Ты был
You
альбом,
were...
солдатом?
Well, it seems we
Ну,
have something in
похоже,
common.
что-то
We...
вообще у вас
And
есть.
neither of us know what
Один
that
из нас
means
не
we are
понимает,
now.
кому мы превратились теперь.
What do you
Так что ты
think?
скажешь, мое предложение
And
в
what
силе?
exactly is it?
Дальше я
I'm going
собираюсь
to
положить
end this war by
войне
taking
конец
the
для
fight
этого
to the
мира,
Elexitors,
дать бой
and I'm trying to put together a group
самые
skilled enough.
умелые бойцы.
And you think I'll
Что ты
take
за
part in
что
that?
решил?
In return, I will help
Взамен
your
я
quest to
помогу
find the
тебе,
ELEX you're
который тебе
searching
так
for.
нужен,
Then you
с
can
твоими
improve.
магическими
You said
способностями.
yourself,
Ты мало ли во
the
что
longer
больше
you are here, the more you fear
силах.
your power. The longer you
Чем
stay
дольше ты
here,
здесь
the more
посидишь,
danger
тем
you
больше
put
будет
these people.
подвергаться опасности
You
окружающих.
really want to
Если ты
protect them.
прям хочешь
You need to.
защитить ее, при
Even
этом
if that's true,
даже если это так,
why should I leave with you?
будет с тобой.
I was an
Я
Альбов.
был Альбов,
I
я
know
знаю
ELEX,
ELEX,
and I
знаю
know
магию,
magic.
я знаком
I know the
с
evils that
той
follow you even during. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to... I'll wait by the main gate. And we'll see if your actions can match. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting. You might find I changed...
Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you.
I've never trusted her.
Hey, you. Hey.
Это ты?
Yes, Frank.
Да, да, Фрэнк.
It's me,
Это я,
Jax.
Джакс.
I heard they shot
Мне
you
говорили, что
down,
тебя пристрелили.
that you were dead.
Мне кажется,
But if
по-моему,
you're here,
раз ты здесь, стал отступником,
will you
но
stay
ты
here
остаешься
and
с нами,
support
чтобы
our
нас
cause?
поддержать.
I'm sure you would be very
Все
welcome.
будут рады, я уверен. Вы предали самих себя, свое прошлое. Не хочу иметь с вами ничего общего. Чем вас надо поддержать?
We've broken free from Zekor, from being slaves to ELEX, and we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. Would you be willing to?
I will give.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war. They will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, it's the only way anyone will survive.
Что у тебя есть на продажу? Броня, ни хрена, нужно не становится.
It is good that you offer. The berserkers are already trying to get us through. We need the protection offered by this place. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will, and the Albs and Zekor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key to our future.
About the threat. What is the...
Jorg is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Albs and Zekor. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generator. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zekor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners to emotion. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now, we are no friends of the Albs and Zekor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home now.
I will help you.
Good. That is the response I wanted. It is best if you go straight to Jorg. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion. But it is Jorg's statement that has put us in danger. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled. But if Jorg confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claimed. That is exactly what we are. This city is a place of freedom, but all the old suspicion. The outlaws claim they are being oppressed. The clerics say they are neutral. The berserkers, they don't seem to know what they're doing. I think people see that we are...
You don't feed the belly,
Хватит паять тут.
To drive me off,
Соседа, похож,
or maybe even have me killed. You don't scare me.
Я тебя не боюсь.
Your people are
Ты
a
и тебе
plague upon this land.
подобные этих земель.
Although,
Хотя ты отличаешься от них.
do you usually
Сейчас
spend
попробуешь
time with
время
people
с
like
такими
us?
I know a lot of Albs.
You do? There are few non-Albs who can say that. We could use more people who speak for us. Their free people fear us. That is an obstacle to our survival.
Это ставит под угрозу наше выживание. Так, у меня есть один уже квест. Это что это? Вот, обязательно. Правостация на параллельно все. Блин, надо встретиться разговором. Для начала. Надо правильно все.
Someone's got to drowning.
Выставим метку. Толки разные. Ты кто? Ну что? А это где?
You escaped in a crate?
Берсерки.
You need a break every once in a while.
Вот центральный вход. И она будет, да, вон она.
What kept you?
Почему ты так задержался? Я
So
пришел,
you
я
are.
вижу, что
And are you
скажешь,
planning on
наконец-то
telling me where you've set up
я
camp or
разбил
what
лайк,
comes
что будет
next?
дальше, мне
Or do I
придется
have...
дожидаться.
Okay.
Ладно, я расскажу
I'll tell you
тебе
what's
все,
happened.
что было до сих пор.
You've done a lot,
Ты сделал уже
but you
немало, у
still have
тебя
got a
впереди
lot...
еще много
Or...
работы, точнее у нас.
And we're not
И
going
нам
to
не
get where we
попасть туда,
need
куда
to
нам надо
without a
без реактива.
jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my...
Так, ты вредно изучать свой
I can
своих,
feel the
когда есть
presence of
рядом, обычно
ELEX.
их много.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the ELEX there. No, I'm talking about unrefined ELEX. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits.
How do you want to...
When the comet impact spread ELEX across Magalan, into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe, I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits.
Deposits? I thought ELEX arrived with...
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan. But when it is processed by the Alps, the ELEX changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the ELEX that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure ELEX.
Where can you find this unrefined ELEX?
The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa.
If it's so close, why isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel ELEX like...
Your senses are better than Alp technology.
Come with me and find out.
All right.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of ELEX flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. ELEX is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, ELEX has been seeping into everything on Magalan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the ELEX is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. That was great. I'm better at sensing ELEX than any person I know. But there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the ELEX deposit is attracted to them.
Походу мы приплыли, подруга.
Look out!
How are you?
I'm okay. I can see.
Короче, Катя, давай сделаем так. Отправляйся в лагерь здания. Потом. Сейчас я не могу. Куда ты пошла? Да ёпересете. Катюха. Тебе в лагерь, сюда. Я даже вот так вот сделаю, чтобы было... Итак. Пока я не готов. Почти 10-й, на 10-м я смогу взять этот меч, но я хочу еще и дальнобойное оружие. Так, новые находки. Тихий шепот. Что такое? Головы с плеч. Это спутники, короче. Давайте пока обвес пойдем. Ну, немного кустов поделаем, левел апнем. Возьмем новое оружие, а то там, блядь. Стражник, изгой. Работник. Привет. Йорх.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to sell, so you can just turn around and leave.
What do you...
The free rations. The free rations, as if there would ever be free... but you're not here for that, are you? Then I'm sorry. I have been the butt of a joke that has left me rather angry. It's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed them. Why can't be... Did he? Well, I don't... This whole thing between Caleb and Fink is starting to get on my nerves. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay? But what's done is done, and that's that. My version. Stuck with... I told Caleb in confidence that I saw Fink meet an Alb outside the city. Could have been a separatist, but I wasn't sure. I didn't see any more than that, but Caleb decided to tell the clerics. He convinced me that the Alb Fink met must have been from Zakor, but I have no real idea who he was, or what faction he's with.
If you feel that way.
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in a bit, but when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would remain here. And whatever Caleb's... But now, no. I can't. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked. Do you have any idea what I should do? I feel this is a mess.
I should speak.
Do that.
Где Калиб? Хер его знает. Калиб. Версия.
I will notice if anything goes missing, all right?
I saw you.
Я тебя видел, но мне что? Я видел, ты прошел через купол. Ты кто такой? Почему тебя пропустили внутрь? Не твое дело.
Then it sounds like you got in here illegally. As much as the clerics claim they control the gates, they really don't seem to be able to stop people.
Пошел ты пизду, блин. Кто такой?
Caleb, I lead the berserkers who've chosen to settle here.
Решили обосноваться тут, в Обесе. Мне известит от берсеркеров, живущих в Эдане, то есть в Изгнании.
We've kept our beliefs, but left behind the laws. Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. Or we just as to why they came here. While the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a world heart to expand the forest of Eden, but they were cut off from Edan by the Alps, left on their own to survive. And after a while, they decided to keep it that way. The warlords in Goliath weren't happy. But they're stretched too thin for another conflict, so here we are. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles, others just chose... What do you... They are coming here, to our city. The only city with a real chance of peace among the factions. If it was up to me, then we would make sure these elves went somewhere else. They might say we have the same goal, but I don't believe a word of what they say.
Ты чё вообще, блядь, несешь? Ты несешь? Какого хера ты в это рот свой открываешь? Им нельзя доверять. Ты хочешь, чтобы все гостовники вышли из города? Да, и знаешь что? Я уже начал делать кое-что ради этого. Я готов нанять любого Наши секреты, подлые предатели. Никто этот свидетель.
What information do you think?
The berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet with an elf in front of the city. Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information about the dome? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's seen Fenk. And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk meet an elf. So I have to jog Jorg's memory, or make sure he stops denying what he's. There has to be a way to do that.
Ты не считаешь, что я с самого начала ошибался? Нет, конечно нет.
You can't trust these separatists. They'll betray us sooner or later for sure.
I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
Только начало. Нет. Не. Калиб, он вообще ёбнутый. Йорк, расслабься. Сходи к лирикам, что ты обознался.
Caleb will call me a traitor, and for all I know, Caleb is right. That Alb, what if Fenk actually is an Alb spy?
Действительно шпион Альбов. Не позволяй Калибу себя запугивать.
You shouldn't let Caleb.
You're right.
Ты прав.
I let him push me around even when we were living in Goliath. I was always following someone or other and doing what they told me. You're right. I've done Caleb's bidding without question for far too long, and where's it got me? I'll go to the clerics and tell them the Albs are innocent. You've helped me decide. Thank you. I will go. I don't want someone to be thrown out of the city because of me.
Выбрал сторону конфликта. Я не хочу, чтобы мне... Рори.
Hey, you're new here.
Чёк, верно? Да, только что прибыл.
I thought so.
Так и думал, я видел, как ты проходил через ворота, понимаешь? В общем, я кое-чем попросить, если ты не
Have you been to Edan recently?
Не бывал ли ты в Эдане за последнее время?
Goliath, to be exact. A good friend of mine is the...
мой хороший друг.
His name is Kral. He's a guard at the Mana Shrine. He thought he still had a chance to save his brother Grimar from the Alconqueror. Do you know what happened to him?
Ты случайно не знаком? Нет, с Коралем я не знаю.
No?
Да, ну ладно.
Then...
В любом случае, спасибо.
Me? I was a worker. You know, I extracted ELEX from old machines so it could be transmuted into mana. I always wanted to join the Hooded Crows and learn the art of mana. My parents forbade me from trying. My clan told me to stop trying. Not that any of that stopped me. I stole mana from the shrine, and I got myself caught. I'd seen the Dome City when I was sent on patrol, so when I left Edan, this was the place I thought of.
I would like to learn Berserker magic.
It's pointless asking me.
You. It was you, wasn't it? You made sure it'll be your damn fault if we all die here.
В этом будешь виноват ты.
Get out of here.
Выбирайся вправо.
I don't want...
Да пошел ты нахрен. Калеб злится из-за этого. Ты конченый, ты понимаешь, что ты конченый? Они пришли в наш город, где другие группировки могут жить мирно. Они тоже одна из группировок. И они тоже хотят жить мирно. Всем нужен мир. Ну, кто здесь находится. Не всем, только вот таким изгоем. Можете оставаться в городе. Ты заставил Йорка признать клириком, что он солгал, это хорошо.
It seems we can trust in the cleric's justice after all. Your service should be rewarded. That is half of my daily ration. I hope it is enough to show thanks.
What good?
Теперь надо кое-что сделать. Нашел какую-то подругу.
What is it you want?
Что тебе нужно?
You first. Come on. Who are you?
Кто ты такой?
There is something that is familiar about you, but I can't. No matter, I suppose. All people are welcome in Abessa, as long as they are prepared to forget their past. Even elves are allowed in here. I think elves would be perfect people if they weren't so emotionless. But then that is why they are the only faction I have never belonged to.
Ну так именно поэтому я в их группировке побывать не успела. Что ты имеешь в виду, читать альбом?
That's a long story. If you're really interested in my tale,
я расскажу, конечно. Расскажи.
Tell me your story. How did you end up joining the clerics?
Right, I'll give you the full version, well, the short version of the full version.
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short. So, I grew up in Goliath in a den. My father and mother were both born. Back then, Bajar ruled over Goliath. As a child, I had no interest in the laws, of course. But when I was about 12 years old, one of the warlords, he took my parents, and I was left on my own to survive. I remember him. I remember my parents leaving, and I remember me screaming. Well, what else? They were exiled. Nobody ever told me why they were exiled. I still don't know what they did, even today. Nothing against the berserkers. They're just people. I think what the berserkers want to do with Magellan is right. But I can never forgive them for what they did to my parents. Why was I punished for whatever my parents did? Why wasn't I told what had happened? I swore never to return, and I haven't set foot in it. Wherever I needed to survive. That meant running from Reaver. It didn't take long for some Reavers to take me captive. I don't want to talk about that. I was lucky, though. After several years, the Reavers were attacked by some of the Duke's outlaws, and they took me back to Tavar. I learned how to fight, how to live off scrap. Life wasn't much different for me down, but there wasn't the same raptor shit. The laws. You could be who you were, and no one judged you. Because the Reavers who'd taken me captive came to the fort and wanted to speak to the Duke. I think they wanted to take me back. I fled when they saw me. I didn't want to be taken back, or for them to kill me to hide their crime. When I left the fort, I ran into a cleric patrol. They convinced me to go to the Horde. Not that I really needed that much convincing. All those hours taking scrap apart and putting it back together in Tavar really paid off there. The clerics recognized that I was good with technology. So, I've been working on mechs and AI systems since then. Building things. Trusted. Part of a team. And it's easier being with mechs. They don't judge anyone. They treat everyone the same. Like this place. I know it's not perfect, but outlaws, berserkers, clerics, even elves are seen as people. At least that's the vision. Not always the way it happens. That's another reason to maintain these mechs. To protect what we have here. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good what you do. I take care of the mechs and drones here in the city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and upgrades. When I'm lucky, I get to roll up my sleeves and do some of the actual maintenance, which I'm having to do quite a lot with all the technicians we're missing. Say, are you good with technology?
Ты механизмы что-то смыслишь? Ага. Не, вообще ноль.
Well, that's a shame. On the other hand, if you're looking for some part-time work, I have 4 people I've been told I should look at for taking the technician's job, but I don't have... Would that be something you could do for me? I'd pay you.
Yeah.
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, Naira, Rorik, though I'm really not sure about Riley. But speak to each of them and let...
Окей, все.
Yeah.
Tell me about...
Naira is an Alb separatist, so a bit of a long shot for loyalty. But she should have the technical ability we need. She's somewhere in the west of the city with the other separatists, in the slums.
You want to employ a separatist as a technician?
We need someone, and I don't think your faction always says who you are. Albs are usually very good with technology, but you're right. I don't know if we can trust her.
Tell me about Daryl.
Daryl is an outlaw. He's applied to be a technician, but I don't know why. So I want to know his motives and what his technical experience is. I'm hoping you can get that information. If he's skilled and trustworthy, then employing him might show that we do trust outlaws here. But I don't know that much about him. I don't even know where to find him.
What do you know about Rorik?
Rorik is a berserker. I think I last saw him somewhere around Vito's pub. It might seem weird to consider a berserker, but I was one once. And I know Rorik used to work extracting ELEX from machines in Goliath, so he knows about technology. And I think I could teach him everything else that he needs to know. And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers who have come to the Dome City. Their magic is very powerful, and they're strong warriors. We will need their help if the Albs attack us. But it'll be important to find out if he's prepared to have anything to do with technology, before we think of...
Почему я пользуюсь симпатию к Альбу? Кстати, одного я даже знаю, вот он здесь находится. Райли.
Let's try.
Okay.
Понятно. А, Рорик.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant, bounty hunter, or a noble?
I'm not in it.
Well, guess you're one lonely son. Here, before you start begging for it, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Keep your charity.
It isn't smart to refuse. You should learn to appreciate his generosity.
How do people...
Here, smoke one with me. Before you start bumping, I have the best. What, troll dung? Rat scab? Sulfur. Snort it, smoke it, either way.
Forget it.
Well, that's you. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But that... Real business. Proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under the... And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control.
Vivian.
Yeah, and I'd like to apply for... And I'm willing to pay... While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me. Absolutely crap. I don't know one end of a screwdriver from... But I'm a fast learner. And if I have someone I can act... And did I mention the whole financially rewarding aspect of...
What do you think?
What's this got to do with the job? This job is about technical...
I have to go.
Trolls, mantises, raptors. It's crazy to travel out.
You don't feed the belly.
Vivian sent me about...
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, selecting me is the... But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work with me. If I am to work with the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they take me seriously.
What are your qualifications?
I served as the battlefield technician for my... I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs. Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could.
Здесь я тоже могу внести изменения. Что-то мне не нравится,
Do you think you can work with the clerics?
I think it would be better if this city was led by an Альб or a machine. But I understand that it isn't up to me. So yes, I could imagine working...
Понял. Научите меня чему-нибудь, разумеется. Опа! Вот так вот. Ага, мне ни нахрена не хватает. Взломщик замков, не хватает интеллекта. Химия, не хватает интеллекта. Ловкий хакер. Горное дело. Ловкость, интеллект. Интеллект на 5. Ах, даже не знаю. Ёпта, один-то миллион. Хитрость. Я еще в начале хитрость прокачиваю. Тоже, блядь, тупанул. Четыре самоцвета. Ювелир, кольца, амулеты, взлом. Ну, вроде это все пока что. Эти уже отступники не нравятся. Рорик, мне прислали Ливия.
Is it about the technician job?
Yes.
I'm interested.
Это интересно, но
I'm
не
not
уверен, что
sure
работа мне
I
подойдет.
mean,
В
I've
смысле,
not had much to do
технология
with
мало
tech.
что
I've tried to
смысла.
learn since I came to Abessa,
Учиться,
but
но пока
I'm
я
still only
в
just...
самом начале пути.
So,
I'm grateful they let me in. Not a berserker anymore.
what experience?
Well, back in Goliath, I used to take machines apart. There aren't many I've not seen from the inside. Strange, really. My job used to be to get rid of technology, but now all I want to do is... I mean, just look at the dome. That's an amazing...
If you get orders you don't like.
I don't know. But the clerics don't ban some people from doing some things and not others. If I want to learn about technology, they'll let me. They're the same with everyone.
I've heard enough.
Okay.
До встречи. Вот этот ролик мне больше всего понравился. А еще есть.
Asshole.
I'm not.
Good. Then you have made your decision and mine. I will not work.
Ай, в пизду. Ты принял решение из-за меня, из-за себя. Молодец. Не, из-за себя, из-за меня. Ну, короче, типа ты принял решение, все. Развод ведущая фамилия. Прощай.
About the candidate.
Найрон не хочет здесь работать. Тебе следует взять берсерка Рорика на должность механика.
Then you think he has the experience and that he will dedicate himself to the Dome City? Loyalty is the most important thing. Out of all the clerics here, I'm the one who can best understand. Good, right, then I hope we have our technician. Thank you for helping me with the selection. Here, I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away.
The dome is a gift from Calan.
I'm staying out of it.
Nobody listens to me.
That's it.
Well, there's not always an easy answer.
Что, побазарим с главным, если он ничего не предложит.
The Dome City is our last hope.
Yo, just one more term. Then I can retire.
I am here to do the right thing.
You want to do the right thing? Wait, aren't you the one who saw the separatist meeting of the Alps?
Yes. Yes, that was me.
And your reason for being here is... and why isn't Caleb here? There is a chain of command for a reason.
Caleb is not our leader. He just settles most things. But there's also... I'm here to admit that I lied for him.
You did what?
I lied. You see, I didn't see Fenk and the other separatists meet Alps from Zakor. I saw Fenk meet with another separatist. I don't want the separatists to be thrown out of the city because of me.
You have been brave to admit your lie. And you've done it before it had major consequences. But this deceit can't go unpunished. I will speak to you after I've spoken to Fenk. I'll send for you, when I've thought about this further. Just one more term.
Да. Ну ладно, мы уже, значит, пойдем в следующей серии к клеркам. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем до скорой встречи, всем пока.